Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
Tight end Evan Ingram is a first-round draft choice. In his first couple years in the league, he had to battle through some injuries. But when healthy, he flashed amazing big playability and speed to burn. In fact, look for him to be utilized more as a wide receiver than as a tight end.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Smith. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Fights through one man. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 4 catches, 65 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Starter introduction time now. Brandon Sheriff, Charles, really solid.
Tremendous player. A left tackle in college, has the versatility to play either tackle or guard in the NFL. No matter where you plug him, you're assured of an excellent performance.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A good pickup there, 20 yards. On 1st down, Mahomes looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
16 yards, a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Reddick. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. They'll try it here now with Smith. Open man right side is Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now Delaney Walker and the rest of his offense heading back out there for the drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on him, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback, at least have the illusion that you have a running game.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On the defensive side of the ball, the starters for Los Angeles. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Nice catch right there. It brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mahomes now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that in an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Rashad Penny, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the foot.
Smith, and he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense.
Offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On second down now, it's Hunt. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll toss it to Hunt. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Riddick with a carry. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. From the gun, here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Refusing to go down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you got the power. We know you got the speed. Now how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Diggs has it. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
He sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And Walker with it over the middle. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got the connection over the middle of the Diggs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. On him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry. And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Penny. Brushing off defenders. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Throw left side complete to Harry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Riddick. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Now Riddick. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, You've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Left side completion to Jones. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. And Walker has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Now Mahomes.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Throwing again on second down. Smith. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Rams on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. And just shutting him off there. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about him right here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually in tight window, he fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll square off with the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a rematch of an AFC division round game from a year ago. The Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they want to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Walker with a grab, left side. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know it's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And they can't corral him. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. And Diggs has it. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Mahomes to throw once more. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a
do that. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. Sanders has it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
And he hit, and the ball is jarred free.
Right there.
Wow. that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
70, Indy. Check in. Your track. Ready?
From the 31, Smith. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 45 on second down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Smith, and a throw there going to be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On second down, it's Hunt.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
No, without a doubt. The will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Smith now to throw, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground, and 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And locates Walker, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 51, get that quarterback at all costs. Out.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Let him know.
Out of the gun, Smith. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The throw over the middle taken in. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. A shotgun snap for Smith, and that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for L.A. Returnable for Lockett. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They'll run again with Hunt. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, here's Hunt. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is Hunt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Here's Hunt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Call it a gain of 4, leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards the pickup there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now Mahomes. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. Tonga as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them putting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Smith. Player has it complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
We got this.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Set, 8, lead. Come on. Here we go. 58, boys, 58, 5.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. They're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Smith from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete as well. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Crosby is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out in complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way,
makes them happy.
Oh, that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, they were very, very good. Now the last stages of this one. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for L.A., the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.